Alright, this is a tutorial on how to get your notes from a PC to MySword. A few things, basic setup. You're going to need MySword on your Android, obviously. You're going to need Dropbox on your Android, and you're going to need Folder Sync on your Android. Folder Sync is a program that syncs folders on your Android to Dropbox. So you're going to need those three programs on your Android, and on your PC you're going to need Microsoft Excel. You're going to need Dropbox, and really those are the only two things you're going to need, and the converter from the MySword website. You'll need that as well. Alright, before we go into the details of how to do this, let's do an overview of what we're trying to accomplish. Over here we have your PC, and over here your Android. Now, you have MySword on your Android, and you're enjoying that, but you want to get your notes from your PC over here to your Android. And let's just say these little icons here represent your Word documents, MS Word, or maybe a text file, doesn't matter. So how do you get from here to over here? Well, step one is we're going to take the text from your multiple files, we're going to enter that text into a spreadsheet, to an Excel spreadsheet. Then we use the converter to take your Excel document that we create and turn that into a MySword document. It's a database, really. But still we need to get it over here to the Android so that you can use it in MySword. And that's where the folder sync comes in, and Dropbox. You're going to have a Dropbox folder on your PC, and you're going to have a Dropbox folder on your Android after you install it. And the folder sync application, what that does basically is it syncs up these two folders. So what we do is, like I said, we convert your Excel document into a MySword document. We throw it into the Dropbox folder on your PC. Over here on your Android, you click the folder sync button, which I'll show you how to do, and that's basically going to sync up these two folders. And then essentially after that happens, you can just go right over here to MySword, and you'll see your notes in there. So that's what we're going to try to do. Okay, so let's talk about setting up Dropbox. First thing you want to do after you install Dropbox on your PC is you want to go in and make, you can see I have a bunch of folders in there already. I made a folder called MySword. Okay? You can make your folder whatever you want. And this is where the Android is going to sync to. So the Android over here is going to sync to this folder over here on my PC. On the Android, let's go ahead and set up folder sync. First thing you want to do is connect folder sync to Dropbox. So you go in here, create a new account, make a name for the account. Okay, it defaults to Dropbox, so that's fine. And then you click validate access to allow this program to talk to your Dropbox on your Android. So I'm going to allow that. Alright, save that, go back. Next thing I want to do is set up a folder pair. So I'm going to pair up the folder on the Android to the folder on the PC that I already made, that I showed you. And basically this is going to be the MySword journal folder on your Android. So we need to navigate to that. So we're going to create a new folder pair. I'll just call it MySword. Okay. I'm going to go to the local folder here on my Android. So you just navigate down. And again, we're trying to find the journal folder. There it is, MySword, journals, and then select. So now I have my local folder targeted. You can see the path right there, mount, SD card, MySword, journals. Now I'm going to select the remote folder, the one I made on the PC. Can't show remote folders before a valid. Oh, okay, I guess I got to tell it to use MySword Dropbox. And now I choose my folder. Yeah, there it is. Select folder. Alright, hit save, and now I'm ready to sync. I'm going to go ahead and I could go through the folder sync menu to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and make a widget by long pressing on my home screen, clicking widgets, go down here and click folder sync one by one. Okay, and I'm going to click sync, and this should work. That was pretty quick. Let's go over to Dropbox on my PC and see if my journals are there. And basically these are the journals, okay, that come with MySword if you choose to download them. I'm going to make a shortcut on my desktop for this because we'll be using this folder a lot. Alright. Okay, now we're ready to edit our Excel document. So launch Excel. In the first row, type in ID. The second cell, type date. The third cell, type title. The fourth, notes. And the fifth, tags. Alright, so you might want to select all of your cells. Right click, go into Format Cells, go over here to Alignment, type in left and then top for alignment, and then wrap text. You'll see why in a second. So these are probably the most important columns right here, title and notes. Now keep in mind you have to have a unique ID for each record. Each one of these is going to be a record, and that could be anything. Let's just type in a number 1, 2, 3. So that's record number 1, 2, and 3. The date is necessary. Let's highlight this, go into Format Cells, and under Number we're going to choose Date. Let's do this. Choose this one. So it's month, day, and year, and then the time. Alright, let's go ahead and put today's date in there. Alright, under title, you put whatever you want the title of your notes to be. This needs to be unique, so you can't have, just like the IDs have to be unique, the title needs to be unique. So we can just type in test 1 for that title, test 2 for that title, and test 3 for that one. Okay, now let's open up our Word document. We'll just pretend that this is our notes, a note that we had made. Go ahead and copy that. Double click inside of a cell until you see the blinking cursor, and then paste. Alright, notice how the formatting is gone. Well, we could go in and maybe make this bold and replace the formatting, but it really doesn't matter because when we go to MySword, as you see later, the converter ignores the formatting. The only thing the converter doesn't ignore is returns. So like these returns will stay, and the converter will also turn this Bible reference into a clickable link. Just type whatever here and something there. Alright, tags are optional. You can just leave them blank or type whatever you want in there. And like I said, these need to be unique, and this needs to be unique. The date can be the same for all of these. You can go ahead and set those individually or just paste them in. Doesn't matter. And the important thing also is down here is the name of the workbook. It should be sheet 1. So that's important. And we're ready to save this. So let's save as. Now here's the important thing too, is you want to save it as an Excel 97 2003 workbook. It has the .xls extension. So let's go to the desktop and just call it My Notes. Alright, there we go. Next is we want to unzip the converter. You can use any program to do this. Okay. Double click. I'm going to drag this in here. Now we're going to run a command line to make this work, and so I think in Windows 7 anyway, the easiest way to do this is just type cmd. It's going to automatically come up with a command line executable, and I just right click and copy it over here. Just makes things easier. Now if you open up the readme file in the converter, if you just scroll down, this is all important stuff, but basically this is what you want to pay attention to here, just for our little test. This is the command that we're going to type in, and then this is the name of the file that we made. So we called it what? We called it my notes. So I'm going to actually change this in here. My notes. And because I'm lazy, I'm just going to copy this. Launch the command window. Now all I have to do is click the little icon, go down to paste. That pastes my code into the command window. Hit the enter key, and that's it. There's our database right there, our MySword module. So next we copy that to the local MySword directory, the one we made on the PC, Dropbox. Drag it in there. We're going to wait for the little blue icon to turn green, which means it's been uploaded to the server. Close that. And now over here on the Android, I click sync. It's going to go get that Dropbox file and sync it to the local folder on the Android. And now I should be able to click MySword, go to the journals, click my journal list, and there it is. There's our notes. And if you notice, like I said before, the formatting will go away. Now there's two ways to get the formatting back. Go to each record and actually put the formatting back. Which is a bit of a pain. Alright, see, I put it back there. Or another way is to use a database editor on the PC, which is much faster, and I'll make a tutorial on how to do that next.